Have you ever wished someone could just read your mind? Well, what if I told you that science fiction is becoming science fact? Today, we're diving into the jaw-dropping world of an eye that can literally decode human thoughts. It sounds like something out of a movie, but it's happening right now. And it could change everything we know about communication, privacy, and even our own minds. So, how is this even possible? Stay tuned, because you're about to find out. The journey into your mind begins with a machine you've probably heard of, the MRI, or magnetic resonance imaging. But this isn't your standard medical scan. We're talking about functional MRI, or fMRI. While a regular MRI gives us a static picture of the brain structure, fMRI is like a movie. It tracks blood flow in real time, showing us which parts of the brain are lighting up with activity from moment to moment. Think of it like a heat map of your brain. When you look at a picture, listen to music, or even just think about something, different neural networks fire up. The fMRI captures these subtle changes in blood oxygen levels, creating a dynamic, three-dimensional map of your brain activity. This data is incredibly complex, a massive stream of information that, to the naked eye, looks like a chaotic storm of signals. This is where the magic of an eye comes in. So, we have this mountain of brain data. How do we turn that into actual thoughts? This is the AI's job. Researchers use a type of an eye called a deep learning model. They start by showing a person thousands of different images. Let's say a picture of a cat, a car, a house, while they're inside the fMRI scanner. For each image, the fMRI records the unique pattern of brain activity it creates. The AI is trained on these pairs of data, the image the person saw, and the corresponding brain scan. The AI's goal is to learn the relationship between the visual input and the neural response. It's like teaching a computer a new language, where the words are images and the grammar is the intricate firing of your neurons. Over time, after analyzing countless examples, the AI starts to recognize patterns. It learns that a certain configuration of brain activity is consistently associated with, for example, the concept of cat, its shape, its fur, its pointy ears. Once the AI is trained, the truly mind-blowing part begins. Now, the person can look at a completely new image, one the AI has never seen before. The AI is only given the fMRI data, the brain scan. From that data alone, it attempts to reconstruct the original image. Early versions of this technology were blurry and abstract, like ghostly impressions. You could maybe tell it was a face, but not whose face. But as the models have become more sophisticated, the results are staggering. The AI can now generate a remarkably clear and detailed picture that closely matches what the person was looking at. We're seeing reconstructions of faces, landscapes, and objects that are almost photographic in quality. It's not just reading the brain. It's translating the language of the brain back into our visual world. The AI isn't just matching patterns anymore. It's learning the fundamental building blocks of how our brain represents reality. But it doesn't stop with what you're seeing right now. Some of the most advanced research is pushing this technology into the realm of imagination and intention. Imagine thinking about a person's face. The AI could potentially generate an image of that face, pulled directly from your memory. Or what about your plans for the future? Scientists are exploring if AI can predict your next action before you even do it. In one study, participants navigated a virtual environment while being scanned. The AI was able to learn the neural signatures associated with intending to turn left versus turning right. In many cases, it could predict their next move seconds before they actually made it. This moves beyond simple reconstruction into the territory of predicting intent. The implications are enormous. Think about controlling a prosthetic limb or a drone with just your thoughts. For people with paralysis, this could mean a new level of independence and a way to communicate with the world that was once thought impossible. Of course, the accuracy of this mind-reading AI is a huge factor. As with any AI system, it's not perfect, at least not yet. The quality of the reconstruction depends heavily on the amount and quality of the training data. The more time a person spends in the scanner, training the AI on their specific brain patterns, the better the results. Each person's brain is unique, like a neural fingerprint. So, an AI trained on my brain wouldn't be very good at reading yours without a significant recalibration period. However, the accuracy is improving at an exponential rate. Researchers are constantly refining the algorithms and using more powerful computers. What was once a blurry mess is now a recognizable face. What was a 60% accurate prediction of movement is now pushing 80 or 90%. It's a continuous process of improvement, and every new breakthrough brings us closer to a future where our thoughts are no longer entirely private. And that brings us to the elephant in the room, the ethical implications. The idea of a machine that can read our thoughts is both fascinating and terrifying. The number one concern is, without a doubt, privacy. Our thoughts are the last truly private frontier. If this technology becomes widespread, who has the right to access your brain data? Employers? Governments? Insurance companies? Imagine a job interview where they don't just ask you questions. They scan your brain for your true feelings about the company. Or a world where advertisements are tailored not just to your browsing history, but to your subconscious desires scanned as you walk past a sensor in a shopping mall. These scenarios sound like dystopian fiction, but they are the real questions we need to start asking. We need to establish strong ethical guidelines and legal frameworks now, before the technology outpaces our ability to control it. The potential for misuse is immense, and protecting mental privacy might become one of the most significant civil rights issues of the 21st century. Despite the risks, the potential for good is undeniable. This technology could revolutionize communication for people who are unable to speak or move due to conditions like ALS or locked-in syndrome. It could offer them a direct line of communication from their mind to the outside world, allowing them to express complex thoughts and emotions. In the field of mental health, it could provide unprecedented insights into conditions like depression, anxiety, and schizophrenia by visualizing the brain patterns associated with them. This might lead to more effective and personalized treatments. It could also transform education by helping us understand exactly how our brains learn, creating tailored teaching methods for every individual student. The possibilities are vast, from enhancing artistic creativity by translating imagined art directly onto a canvas, to revolutionizing fields like law and criminal justice. Now, let's compare this to something we're more familiar with, the traditional lie detector or polygraph. A polygraph doesn't actually detect lies. It measures physiological responses like heart rate, blood pressure, and sweating, which are assumed to be indicators of stress when someone is being deceptive. However, it's notoriously unreliable. An honest person can be nervous and fail, while a practiced liar can remain calm and pass. This new brain-scanning AI is fundamentally different. It's not looking for secondary signs of stress. It's attempting to access the source information directly from the brain. For example, if a witness is asked to recall a suspect's face, the AI could compare the brain activity to a lineup of photos to see which one creates the strongest recognition signal. This could be far more accurate than a polygraph. But it also raises the question, can it be fooled? Could you actively think about something else to mask your true thoughts? The research is still in its infancy, but it's a critical question as we consider using this technology in high-stakes situations. So we stand at a crossroads. On one hand, we have a technology with the potential to heal, to communicate, and to unlock the very secrets of human consciousness. On the other hand, it presents profound risks to our privacy, autonomy, and the very definition of what it means to be human. It forces us to ask deep philosophical questions. Are we just the sum of our neural firings? If an AI can predict our choices before we're consciously aware of them, do we truly have free will? As this technology moves from the lab into the real world, we all need to be part of the conversation about how it should be used and regulated. So, I have to ask you, if this technology were perfected and made available, would you use it? Would you be willing to have your brain scanned to communicate faster, to create art, or even to prove your innocence? Or is the sanctity of your private thoughts something you would never be willing to give up? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. I'm genuinely curious to hear what you think about this incredible and slightly scary future. Thanks so much for joining me on this deep dive into the mind. If you found this fascinating, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more videos exploring the cutting edge of science and technology. Until next time, stay curious.